Good morning, everybody. Getting ourselves ready for today. So as you know, yesterday's class was postponed until today. I got the call and I was straight back in at work. So starting back at work yesterday, I wasn't able to do my favorite 90-minute yin, so I'm looking forward to it today. In our comfy clothes for our restorative practice. You can leave your hair down if you want. Mine's just wet, so I don't want. Today is class number 30. Can you believe it? 2 months off work. I'm finishing today. It's kind of a perfect way to wrap up the free yoga that I was offering over the space of the last 2 months. Finishing on class number 30. I'm not finishing for good. Just now that I'm back at work, I won't be able to do every second day. There'll still be classes coming every so often. We're burning a bit of Palo Santo today, keeping all of this good energy in. Feeling lots of love and lots of gratitude to all of you that have supported me and followed me over the last 2 months, and I hope you've really enjoyed the classes as much as I've enjoyed teaching them. I've learned so much. It's been such an invaluable experience. Ground yourself in with that oil. We're having a little ceremony this morning. We've got our Santo burning. We're doing our yoga oils. Grounding ourselves in. This is perfect. We'll do this and let some people filter in. So for today's class, you're going to need 2 blocks. You can use anything. You can use pillows, you can use books, whatever you can hold yourself up on. You might not even need them depending how flexible you are. And also something that you can use as a strap. So if you don't have a yoga strap, you can use a little dressing gown tie. If you don't have a dressing gown, you could use a tea towel. You can use a big t-shirt. You can use whatever you can. This is our centering one that goes on our heart space and our solar plexus. Lastly, we'll share this drop. This goes on our third eye. So we're going to start cross-legged in the middle of your mat, finding your comfortable position. Sitting tall, feeling your sits bones grounding you into the earth. We're going to cross our arms over. It doesn't matter which arm's on top. Just grabbing hold of our shoulders now. And we're just going to take some slow head circles, warming up our necks. Feeling the strength stretch down the side of each neck and down the back of your neck as you look forward and up to the ceiling, stretching through your throat. Reversing our circle now, going the other way. Letting the weight of our arms pull our shoulders down, our hands gripping hold. Stretching through our shoulders as well. Releasing your hands down now, dropping the right hand to the earth and dropping your left ear to your shoulder. Feeling the right side stretching and lengthening as you breathe. You can close your eyes down so that there's no distractions. Swapping sides now. Left hand to the earth, right ear to your shoulder. Inhale, sitting up tall, both arms up to the sky, feeling your spine lengthen. We're taking a side stretch to the left, so dropping the left hand down, looking up and under that right armpit. Twisting that left shoulder forward, right shoulder back, opening through the chest, neck long. Inhale, back up to center, and off to the right. Dropping that hand gently down, walking your fingers away, making sure both sits bones are still rooted to the ground, opening through the chest. Reaching with those left fingertips, but keeping space between your side of your face and your arm. Inhale, back up to center. Reaching up tall, belly button to spine, we're taking a twist to the left. Right hand goes to the left knee, left hand behind you, directly behind your bottom here and your tailbone, not far back, so you're sitting up tall. Pulling yourself around, your gaze drifting over that left shoulder. Inhale, back up to center, both arms reaching back up to the sky. On the exhale, twisting to the right. So keeping your eyes closed, if it feels comfortable, just find your flow, following your breath today. Take one inhale here, feeling yourself lengthening. And back to the front. Inhale, arms up again. Dropping the left hand, taking our side stretch. Seeing if maybe you're a little bit more open, a little bit more warmed up. Can you get your elbow to the ground without lifting your bum cheek? It's okay if you can't, just keep pushing away. Focusing on our breath. Sending the oxygen into the tight muscles, waking everything up. Inhale, back up to the sky. Over to the right. Walking those fingers down. Twisting ourselves, looking up and under, pushing away with our right hand to feel more of a stretch. Relaxing in our face muscles and our throat, breathing gently. Inhale, back up to the center, reaching up, sitting tall, and we're twisting to the left. Dropping our right hand to our left knee, left hand to the earth behind us, and twisting here, opening through the chest, turning our head over that left shoulder. Take an inhale, feel yourself grow taller, and exhale. Inhale to the front, gently releasing arms up to the sky, and to the right. Pulling that left shoulder forward, right shoulder pushing back, sitting tall, straight spine, turning our head over our right shoulder. Take an inhale. arms up to the sky. We're going to bend our elbows and drop our hands onto our shoulders. If you can't reach your shoulders, don't worry, just go as far as you can. We're going to do some shoulder rolls now, some rotation. So starting, elbows come to the front, see if they can touch, bring them up, keeping your hands where they are, drawing big circles with our elbows. Touching our elbows at the front if we can, reaching up and back. Close down your eyes and just feel what's happening in your body with these stretches. Where are you feeling it? Where are you tight? Continue the breath evenly in and out, deep into our bellies, sending oxygen throughout our body, making these movements easier, allowing the muscles to stretch more. When you touch your elbows again at the front, we're going to reverse our circles, so dropping them down, just following your breath, moving slowly and feeling all of the nuances throughout our shoulders here. Maybe there's a couple of cracks and creaks going on. It's releasing the air bubbles that have built up in our joints. Drop your hands down to the ground. Coming up onto our knees now, in our thunderbolt pose. We're going to do a rotator cuff stretch, so continuing to warm up through our shoulders. This is where you'll grab your strap or whatever you're going to use as a strap. Now just hold it out in front of you, just a little bit wider than your shoulders. You hold the middle of the strap so you've got space on each side. So we're going to lift up and back, all the way back. So you'll find once you get to here, you might have to lengthen a little bit, but find your space and then roll yourself back. So that's our limit. When we hit this little back point here, that's as wide as we want to go. So now I come back to the front, I can see that I'm actually going to need that much space to do my rotator cuff stretch. So now that we've found our spot, hands to the ground, sitting up nice and tall, belly button to spine. Inhale, slowly coming up. Find when it gets to that point of when it starts to twist, and exhale, let it come down behind you. Gently let the strap touch your bottom and we'll come back up. Inhale. Once you get to the top, exhale to the front. So if you have any shoulder injuries, depending on what you've had done, this might be a fantastic physiotherapy exercise for you to do for recovery. If you've got a fresh shoulder injury, I suggest you don't do this. You can just do any other stretch that you'd like to do while sitting in your thunderbolt pose. You might want to do a few more head rolls or shoulder rolls. Following our breath, one more time. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, down the back. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, let it drop down nice and slow. And you can put your strap off to the side. Coming down to lie on our back. We're just going to take a full body stretch in a banana pose on each side to get ourselves warmed up. This is a bit more of a fluid start to our yin practice, but it's something I feel like doing today before we get into our stretches. Just being grateful for our body, lowering down, taking a full body stretch. Toes, reaching your fingers. We're going to walk our feet over to the right corner of our mat. So ankles side by side. You can use your upper body now to walk your head, neck and shoulders to the right upper corner of your mat. And find our banana pose, stretching down the left side body. If you're wanting a little bit more, feel free to cross your left foot over your right foot. Maybe you can grab hold of your left wrist with your right hand and just pull yourself over a little bit more. Just deepening that side stretch. Take another inhale here, feeling your lungs expand and your rib cage expand, the skin stretching on the side of your body. Exhale, bringing ourselves gently back to center, so unwrapping your hands and feet, gently walking yourself back to the middle. Take a full body stretch, inhale. On the exhale, feet over to the left, walking it to the corner of the mat. Once they're there, start lifting and wiggling your upper body over to the left, finding the stretch on the other side. If you're wanting to do a little bit deeper, lift up that right leg and cross your feet over. Left hand grabs hold of that right wrist. Now we're pulling ourselves deep into our banana pose. Just letting your head relax. Just fall down onto that left shoulder. Take a big inhale, feeling all the skin on the right side body stretching, pulling tight. Exhale now, bring ourselves back to center. Inhale for our full body stretch. Exhale, bringing our knees in. Just give them a little hug. We're going to rock ourselves back up to seated. Just one. We're coming through onto all fours. Continuing to find some slow movement here for the body. Finding our tabletop. Belly button to spine. Tailbone tucked under. Take an inhale here. Exhale, we push back to child's pose. Inhale, back up to all fours. Belly button to spine. We're just finding some nice fluid movement here. Exhale, child's pose. Following our breath now. Feeling the beautiful, gentle flow. This calming, nurturing energy that we're producing today. Feeling grateful for our bodies. Feeling grateful for the time that we can spend on the yoga mat, working on ourselves. Refreshing our body and our mind and our spirit. One more. Following our breath. Meeting in tabletop. Toes together, knees out wide now, bringing the left hand down and in front of you in the center of the mat, opening up to the right. Inhale and exhale, finding our twist, threading the needle. So finding your stretch here, pushing that left shoulder back with the left hand, the right shoulder inching itself forward. Resting our head on the mat, not pushing any weight into our head, not hurting our necks. I'm going to offer a variation here, a modification. If you want to try this, we're going to shoot the left leg out to the side. Nice and gently resting our foot flat on the earth, out to the side, finding our twist. If you're wanting to place your left hand out in front, you can try that. If you're wanting to take a bind, that left hand comes up, rotates inwards, and you can bring your fingers down to rest on the hip crease of the right leg. Finding our stretch here, taking a few deep breaths. You'll feel that your back will start to loosen up. You might be able to inch that right shoulder forward a little bit more. And deepen that twist into our spine. Just picking your variation threading the needle today. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. These are all just options that you can choose from. We're breathing deep, allowing everything to loosen and relax with each exhale. Relaxing the muscles in your face. Take one more inhale, releasing your bind if you were all bound up, arm back up to the sky, and gently placing that hand back on the earth. Bringing in that leg if it was out to the side, touching your toes together again, knees out wide. We're going to inhale, push down with that left hand, open up gently to the right. Exhale, both hands down to the ground. So swapping hands now, the right hand comes into the center. Inhale, opening up to the left. Deep breath in. Exhale, finding our twist, threading the needle, bringing ourselves through. Right hand placing down onto the earth, finding our twist. Pushing our right shoulder away, left shoulder inching forward, twisting through the spine. Take a breath here. Now if you're wanting to try the leg out to the side, the right leg pops out to the side, our foot flat on the earth. Parallel, toes facing the front, finding our twist. If you're wanting to put that right arm up above you, you can go there. If you're wanting to have our full bind, take an inhale, arm up to the sky, rotate, and then bringing the fingers to sit in the left hip crease. Making sure the weight is in our shoulder and not in our neck or our head. Relaxing our face muscles. Breathing deep. Sending our oxygen into the muscles that are tight. On our exhale, we're visualizing all of that tension dissolving, letting go, allowing us to deepen our stretch. See if you can inch your left shoulder a little bit more forward. Can your right shoulder open up a little bit more? Take one more inhale. Releasing the bind if you're all there, arms up to the sky, and then gently placing that hand back onto the earth. Bringing that right leg in, toes together, knees wide, back into our original thread the needle. We take another inhale, pushing ourselves up, opening up to the sky. And exhale, hands down. Planting our hands now on the ground, bringing our knees back in underneath us, feet apart, parallel legs here, our toes pointing back, knees hip-width distance apart. We're going to come down onto our elbows, so replace your elbows where your palms were. We're going to find our puppy pose, so setting up here, we want our elbows to be directly under our shoulders. We want our arms to be in a straight parallel line, hands on the earth. Fingers spread wide, pushing into the fingers. We're going to now shoot our bottom back. So we're not lifting off our knees. You might have to wiggle yourself back if you need to. We're dropping our chest down, keeping our elbows and our hands where they are. And opening up, through our shoulder blades. Feeling that deep stretch. If you want to look forward and see if maybe your elbows or your hands have moved, you can rearrange yourself, put yourself back into position, making sure everything stays as parallel as it can. If you're like me and you've got really tight shoulders, your elbows are always going to want to slide out. But just keep working on it. Slowly and surely we can loosen up those muscles with our breath. So finding your puppy pose now, breathing deep. Relaxing the muscles in your mouth and your jaw, allowing your brow to rest on the yoga mat, feeling your chest dipping down to the earth, back of your shoulders stretching and opening up. Are your forearms still parallel with each other? Feeling the belly expand and drop as you inhale deeply. And feeling your stomach thin and lengthen as you exhale fully. On the exhale, pushing yourself back up onto your elbows, walking your knees in so that your knees are close to your elbows. Sitting back onto our bottoms now and scoop our hands back. We're taking a child's pose. Letting your shoulders hunch forward, gravity taking them down. Relaxing the shoulder muscles you've just stretched. Opening up through the upper back. Inhale here and instead of feeling your stomach expand, send the oxygen into your rib cage and open up through your back. Feeling everything stretch and lengthen. Exhale fully. One more big inhale like that. And exhale fully. Planting our palms now beside our face, fingers spread wide, grounding through the earth. Pushing yourself back up onto all fours. You may want to walk your knees back. We're going to tuck our toes under. We're going up into our first downward facing dog. So slowly now, maybe sitting back onto your toes for a minute, feeling them stretch and warm up, and then very slowly and gently lifting your knees, walking yourself up, and find your downward facing dog. Option here to just stay still and feel the stretch happen with your breath, or take a few pedals if you're feeling tight this morning. Once you've found your downward facing dog and you've pedaled out, find stillness. Gripping the yoga mat with all your fingers and all your toes, spread evenly through your feet and your hands, letting your head relax. Shoulders externally rotating, shoulder blades pushing down and away, tailbone to the sky. Thighs rotating in and heels pushing down. Finding our perfect position here. Relax your face muscles and just breathe. invite you into a pose that I've never done before, but I thought it would be very cool to try it today on our 30th day. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into a half pigeon while we're in downward facing dog. So we're going to bend and lift the right leg, and the ankle sits on the knee, as if we're in pigeon pose lying on the ground. And from here we're going to bend into that left leg and find that stretch, pushing your torso, your upper body towards that right bent leg. Feel that stretch. Now we're doing a lot of work with the upper body here, holding us strong, so we're not going to hold this for a long time. Just take a breath, feel the stretch, feel the difference in this movement. Exhale, straighten out through that left leg, swapping feet. Inhale, bending the left leg up, sitting it on the knee, above the knee, and find your stretch, bending through the right, keeping the weight evenly spread out through our hands. Feel the stretch, take an inhale, exhale, downward facing dog once more. Lowering the knees now. Slowly, gently drop yourself down, relax your arms, swoop them back, and find your child's pose. You can rock side to side, letting all the weight hang over your thighs, allowing your head to just roll with your body side to side. Your neck loosening, we're not forcing anything here, just letting it flow. On our next inhale, we're coming up to our thunderbolt pose, sitting up tall. And we'll just take a few shoulder rolls. So we've done a lot of work with our arms today, this morning. So this is it's a full body yin class. We're doing a little bit of everything. So we can tick our shoulders and our arms off our list. If you want to take any other little stretches to finish off working on your arms, go ahead. Whatever feels good. Your arms might be fine, but maybe that was a bit much for your wrists, so you might want to roll your wrists or just grip your fingers. The metal carpals that are holding our fingers together. Can't forget about all the little bits that add up our body. When you're ready, we're going to scoot ourselves through, sitting in the middle of our mat, on our bottoms, legs out to the front. We're going to come into our legs and our hips now, into caterpillar pose. So caterpillar, we start by sitting tall. You might want to move the fleshy parts of your bottom off to the side. Sitting tall. If you want to sit yourself up on a pillow today, feel free to do that. And we're going to bend our knees. So keeping our feet flexed and active, toes pointing up towards us, bending our knees. Caterpillar now, we just let our body fall. We grab hold of wherever we can, and we let our heads hang. So this is caterpillar. So your knees can be as bent as you want them to be. If this is enough for you, go there. If you're working on your forward fold and you just want to have a very small bend, you're working on your stretch, go ahead. But we are going to hold this for a few minutes. So if you want to start with your legs bent more and then slowly let them go, just listen to your body and let it release as you breathe. So the timer is starting now. We're going to go for 3 minutes. So letting your head hang, feeling that stretch, keeping our feet active, holding onto our ankles or our feet or our shins, making sure that our feet don't fall open or inwards, keeping everything parallel. It may be a little bit difficult to get a full breath while we're hunched over here and our belly is pushing into our thighs. But our legs are open a little bit, so push your belly through there, filling your chest with oxygen and then deep into your stomach. On the exhale, feeling yourself get heavier and heavier and falling through. You may be able to inch your heels a little bit more forward, straightening the legs out slightly. We're
We're not wanting to completely straighten our legs here. That's not the asana that we're doing. That's 1 minute. Continue to breathe, relaxing the face muscles. Scan through your body. Are you holding tension somewhere? Does your neck need to relax? Do you need to let go on your shoulders? Are your hips holding tight? With every exhale, loosen those muscles, relax those muscles. Take a big inhale now, stretching through the belly and through the back. When you exhale, walk your legs out a little bit further away from you, making sure you're still bent in the knees. That's 2 minutes. 1 more minute to go. You're doing so well. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. More seconds to go. I invite you to just walk your feet out a little bit more on your next exhale, feeling that stretch at its fullest. Take a deep inhale and then slowly rising yourself up, using your palms to walk you slowly and gently back up, letting your legs relax down. Once you come up to the top, give yourself a shoulder roll and gently lift your head. We're coming into our half butterfly now. So bringing that left leg in, bending up high, placing the sole of your foot above your knee, pressing into your thigh. We're lifting up both arms, reaching tall. Inhale. On the exhale, we're walking ourselves forward and finding our forward fold in our half butterfly. So just letting everything hang again. If you want to bring in some cushions, if it's a bit too much, you might want to put some cushions down in front of you and just lean yourself forward onto those cushions. Continuing to breathe deep, we're starting our 3 minutes again. Maybe you'll notice in a minute or two that you'll be able to remove a cushion or all of them and deep down into your stretch. We're working on stretching the connective tissue here today in our yin pose. As opposed to just stretching our muscles and lengthening our muscles, working the connective tissue ensures that the muscle memory will be there. This will allow for us to stay flexible for longer. Training ourselves to not just do a pose and hold a stretch just for a few seconds, but to be able to hold it for a few minutes. We're working in the deeper part of our body. Underneath the muscle is the connective tissue. So breathing deep, letting yourself fall a little bit more. Feel free to keep a micro bend in that right knee. Walking your hands out in front of you. Relaxing the jaw and the face muscles. Closing our eyes and visualizing our breath melting away any tension in our body. It's 2 minutes. 1 more minute to go if you feel you want to get yourself a little bit deeper, knowing that there's only 45 seconds left. Don't push yourself to the point where you're stopping your breathing. You got to continue deeply inhaling. The more oxygen you get, the easier this does become. Planting your palms on your mat, slowly walking yourself back up. Letting our heads hang until we're sitting up tall, rolling our shoulders and then lifting our neck and our head up. Slowly now swapping legs, bending through the right, straightening out through the left, nice and easy and gentle. The sole of the right foot on the inside of the left thigh. Sitting up tall, arms up, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, folding forward, grabbing your pillows if you want to start with your pillows. Keeping a micro bend in that left knee if you want. Maybe the side's a lot more flexible, or maybe it's a lot more tight. Whatever our body is doing for us today, we do not judge. We acknowledge it and we love it and accept it exactly how it is in this moment. Our 3 minutes starting now. Make sure we're not holding tight anywhere throughout our body. Our awareness is on our breath. In and out through the nose. Neck and shoulders relax completely. Walking your hands forward on your exhale if you're wanting to go a little bit deeper. Maybe you can grab hold of the bottom of your foot. Maybe your hands can grip around your foot, or you can hold onto your wrists with your hands. Not to hold tight anywhere. Chest down into our stomachs. On your exhale, falling down a little bit lower. 1 minute to go. Challenge yourself a bit now, knowing that our time is coming to an end. Take a big inhale and let yourself sink just a little bit lower. Don't hold your breath, don't hold any tension. Allow your oxygen to flow through those tight muscles. Allow the oxygen to release the tension and create more openness and flexibility. Awesome, 10 more seconds. Take a big inhale. Plant your palms. On your exhale, slowly gently walk yourself up, letting your head hang. Bit by bit, inching ourselves up. Once we're sitting tall, shoulder roll, and then our head comes up. Beautiful. Bringing that left leg in now to meet the right. We're taking our full butterfly. So we've just done half butterfly on each side, so we should be feeling a little bit more open, a little bit easier to get into this pose now. Pulling our feet into our body as close as we can. Sitting tall, pushing our chest forward, grabbing hold of our toes, close down your eyes and just feel this stretch here. Pushing our knees down to the earth, opening up through our hips. Take an inhale. On the exhale, can your feet come even closer to your body? Can your knees go even closer to the earth? Can your chest open up more? Shoulders down, neck long. Feeling the breath enter our muscles, oxygenating our blood and allowing us to go deeper into our flexibility. Release the legs back out just slightly, pushing them away from our body, just a few inches, sitting tall again. Exhale, we're going to walk our hands forward and allow our chest to come down to meet our feet towards the earth. You may want to just start on your elbows. You may want to bring your cushions in and sit them on top of your feet, maybe folding them up, allowing you some distance and some space to relax here on top of your ankles. Letting your head hang, or if you do have your yoga blocks, feel free to stack one up on its highest edge and just let your head rest on there with your elbows supporting your upper body. Starting now our 3 minutes, just find your beginning pose, your beginning stretch for the butterfly. Knowing that you've got enough space with each exhale, you can go deeper and deeper as the body oxygenates and warms up. Being gentle with yourself and finding your balance between effort and ease. Not being too easy. We're here to work on our strengthening and our lengthening, our flexibility. If you find it completely easy to sit in this position, and just let yourself go down until you feel it start to stretch. And this is where we start to breathe deep. This is where we want to work from. That's the foundation. Finding your edge. 1 minute down, continuing to breathe deep. Letting your knees fall away from the body, down to the earth, getting heavier and heavier. Walking our hands forward a little bit more with our exhale. That's 2 minutes, 1 minute to go. See where you might be gripping and relax those muscles. Breathing as deep as you can. taking yourself a bit further, knowing that the 3 minutes is almost up. More oxygen, more breathing. We go 15 seconds. Take yourself a little bit more. On your next big inhale, releasing everything, exhale, start walking your hands back up. Gently, gently, letting the head relax still. Slowly through the hips. Once we're sitting up, roll your shoulders. And then our head comes up. Stretch your legs out nice and gently now, slowly pushing your feet away. Opening your legs out about 1/2 meter wide, just wider than your hips, and just gonna rock side to side. If you want to lean back on your hands, we're just gently massaging our hips. We did some big hip openers there. Once that feels good and you've stretched out, we're going to bring our legs back into butterfly. So sitting in the middle of your mat, we're going to lie ourselves back. So just as long as you've got some room behind you, you can bring in some cushions here if this is going to hurt your back or you're not feeling overly flexible in your hips. Lay some cushions behind you, underneath your shoulders or your head, whatever you want, if you need. We're going to do reclined butterfly pose. So bringing your legs in, sitting tall. Place your hands behind you on the ground. You might want to just start slowly walking yourself back, dropping down onto one elbow and then the other. If this is enough for you, just take a moment here. We'll be holding this for a few minutes, so finding your edge. If you're ready to go all the way back down, we want to tuck your tailbone under. You might have to lift your bum up, tuck your tailbone under. We're flattening out our lower back. And gently allow yourself to lay on the earth. So soles of the feet together, allowing gravity to take our knees and our legs and pull them down towards the earth. Once you're here, I want you to lift your arms up and over your head and grab a hold of your elbows. Completing our stretch here, opening up completely. So if you feel that this is too much and your lower back is arching too much, get some cushions and place them underneath your shoulders. Just lifting up your torso, your upper and middle back. You can also place some cushions underneath your knees if it's feeling a little bit too tight or a little bit too heavy. Otherwise, keeping our eyes closed, breathing deeply into our bellies. You should feel the rise and fall of your stomach. If you've been up on your elbows now for a minute, see if you can walk yourself down a little bit more, allowing your head to relax. Bringing in the cushions, trying something new. Feeling our belly growing big with air. Exhaling, letting everything soften. Exhale, bringing our hands now, releasing the grip from our elbows, bringing them down to the outside of our thighs. We're going to slowly and gently help our legs back up, bringing our knees together, soles of our feet planting onto the earth, nice and slow. Then keeping our knees together, walking your feet out wide. You feel your pinky toes splay over the edge of your yoga mat. We're going to drop both knees down to the right. We're just finding our windshield wiper, lying on our back here, releasing our hips. It's going to feel good. Just one way and then the other with your breath. If it feels good to just hold it on one side, go ahead, listen to your body. Whatever feels good for you. Inhaling on the way up, exhaling on the way down. If you want to lift up, if you're going to the right and you want a little bit more, lift up your right leg and maybe place that foot and ankle on top of that left knee. The weight of that leg pulling that knee down closer to the earth. It might feel good if you're wanting to try a deeper stretch. And you can just release, inhale up again, exhale to the other side and try the left foot sitting on top of that right knee. Not pushing down, not forcing, just letting gravity take control. When you're ready, take a big inhale, hugging the knees into the chest. We're going to take a few rock and rolls now up to the top. Ow, I just laid on one of my shells. Just take a few, getting yourself onto the top of the mat. My hair. Now gently coming through onto all fours, coming up onto your knees. Now if you've got your blocks or anything that you're going to use to hold yourself up, this is the time to grab them. So you might have books, you might have a few cushions. Eliza's got some 5-kilo weights. Yeah, girl. So whatever you're going to use to hold yourself up, place them beside you on the mat. We're coming to all fours now, feeling strong through the body, belly button to spine. We're going to shoot that left leg out behind us, tucking the toes under. Just feeling that stretch, pushing back, pushing that heel away, stretching down the back of our leg. Take an inhale, we're bringing that knee up to our nose, engaging through the core and stepping that foot through. Inhale, coming up now into a low lunge. So this is where you can bring your blocks in if you need them. Up tall, down flat, whatever you've got with you today. We're going to be doing our flow into our splits. So just standing tall, you can find your flow here, right? So if you want to stay down low and you're feeling that deep in your hip flexor, if you want to come up and you want to push yourself down, we just got to make sure that our knee is above our ankle at all times. If you want to do extra and you want to put your arms up to the sky and bring in a back bend with control, feeling yourself go deeper, it's completely up to you. Find your modification today. Staying low or going high. Either way, we're getting the benefits of this low lunge stretch. Take one more inhale. On the exhale, we're pulling ourselves back into our runner's lunge, toes lifting off the earth, bending forward. So again, finding your variation here. If you're happy just letting everything hang over here, that's fine. If you want to bend the knee, you can do that. If you want to walk your hands behind you and deepen your stretch, lower yourself down more, it's up to you. Just keeping that foot flexed and finding that stretch down the back of the left leg. Take an inhale. On the exhale, we're coming through. So hands back to your blocks or onto the mat, finding your low lunge. Either staying down low or coming up tall, whatever your body wants. If you want to plant your hands into your lower back, not too high up on your back, your fingers should be on your bum cheeks, your hands should be on your lower back, and you can take your back bend, feeling that stretch lengthen through the right hip flexor, finding all of your variations, whatever feels good. Continuing to breathe, not holding anywhere in our face, in any other muscles of our body. Take an inhale. Exhale, we're slowly pulling back, finding our runner's lunge. You might notice you're already a little bit closer to your knee, a little bit closer than you were the first time. Take an inhale, exhale, coming back up. Now start to inch yourself forward with your toes, walking yourself forward on the mat. You don't have to straighten your leg right away, just open your lunge up a little bit. So finding your forward, your low lunge, inching your toes further out in front of you. Sitting up tall this time. Crown of our head pointing to the sky, walking your feet out, continuing to breathe. You might need to layer your blocks down low, finding your splits. We're going to hold this for a minute. So breathing deep here, keeping everything strong. Sending oxygen into your hips, into your muscles. Closing down the eyes. No distractions, just the breath. Take yourself into your full split now. We've got 30 seconds. Breathing deep, letting yourself drop lower. Take an inhale, gently bending that knee, planting your foot back on the ground, walking yourself back inch by inch until your foot is back meeting the other. We're sitting on both knees, sorry, taking that foot all the way through. Take yourself back into a child's pose. So feeling the difference in our hips right now. One might be a little bit tender, one might be feeling completely open. Just rocking yourself gently side to side, massaging in the hips, in the joints that we've just worked. On our next inhale, we're coming back up to tabletop. So finding our strong tabletop here, grounded all four corners of our hands and the tops of our feet. We're going to kick that right leg back, tucking our toes under, and just rock front to back. Waking up the back of that right leg, feeling that stretch in our calf muscle. Take an inhale, knee to nose here for just a second. Right leg coming through. Exhale, stepping it through. Finding our low lunge. So either staying low to the ground here, or coming up, hands on our hips, or coming up, arms up to the sky and a back bend. Finding your version. Whatever your body wants to be practiced in today, whatever level you're feeling, whether you're here for the restorative aspect or whether you're here to push yourself and try and get deeper into your flexibility, continue to breathe. Sending our weight back now, runner's lunge. Stretch stretching now, lifting our toes off the earth, flexing through that foot, letting everything hang. Relaxing the face muscles. Relaxing the chest and the neck, hanging over, letting gravity do its thing. Take another inhale. We're going to walk ourselves back through, finding our low lunge, however that looks for you. Try placing the palms on the upper bum cheeks and lower back, opening up through the chest, looking up to the sky. You might want to bring your blocks in already, start using them. On our exhale, we're going to push ourselves back, finding that runner's lunge. Maybe you're going to walk your hands a bit further behind you this time, pulling yourself down. Feeling how already your stretch is more deep, more defined. Making sure our breath is going down into our stomach and we're not just taking chest breaths, we're breathing deep as we can. On our next inhale, we're coming through, using our blocks or our cushions or whatever we've got, we're going to inch our toes forward. Slowly walking them forward just a little bit until you feel comfortable, finding your edge. We're going to start our minute from now into our split. So close down your eyes, limit the distractions, breathing deep. On every exhale, you might be able to walk your toes out a little bit more. You might be able to straighten your legs and hold your split. Relaxing your face muscles, shoulders away from ears. Ten more seconds, you're doing really well. And we slowly release, bending that right leg, planting the foot on the ground. Inch it back, all the way back, swoop it through so we're on our knees, and gently send yourself back into your child's pose. Rolling yourself side to side if it feels good. How do your hips feel now? Have you noticed that your splits have becoming more and more open, more and more available to you with your practice, your regular practice? The connective tissue starting to remember all of this work that we've been doing, maintaining the flexibility. Just find stillness now and take a deep breath in. On the exhale, we're going to lift our bodies up. We're just going to walk ourselves forward onto our bellies, shooting our legs back behind us. Gently releasing down onto your stomach. Arms out long, take a full body stretch. Let your brow rest on the earth. Shake your bottom side to side. Just releasing anything that's left over. So I'm going to show you a new stretch today, a new one that I haven't done before, but I liked the look of to try. We're going to take our legs into tree pose, so bending through the left leg. The sole of our foot is either going to rest on the side of our calf or above our knee. the footrest on the knee. So take your tree pose. So we're feeling ourselves open through our hips here. So we're pushing that left hip down to the ground and opening up through our left leg. Now the second part of this asana is we're going to place your left hand on the earth next to your face. Fingers spread wide. We are going to take the right hand and we are going to thread the needle while we are in our tree pose. So, letting your head just relax down. We have got a tree pose on the left and we're threading the needle. We are pushing our shoulders away, so our left shoulder is lifting away and our right shoulder is coming through. Let everything relax. If you're wanting a little bit more from here, take that left hand up to the sky and let it fall backwards, rotating your shoulder for you. So we're trying to keep that left hip pushing to the earth as much as we can, and we're rotating that left shoulder back. So we're finding that twist. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're just trying something new today and we're feeling that twist in our spine. Just take one more inhale here. Exhale, lower that left hand back to the ground. Unravel your arms. Send them out in front of you. Straighten that left leg. And just rock your bottom side to side. Loosen all of that up. Take an inhale, bending through the right leg now. Take yourself into your tree pose. Pushing that right hip to the ground. Try to level out through the hips. Right hand plants on the earth beside our face. Left hand is coming under and through. Finding our threading of the needle. So just letting your head, neck hang down gently now. So try and push that right hip into the earth while you're pushing away with that right arm. So we're finding our stretch and our twist. On the right side body. If you're wanting a little bit more, release that hand from the ground, lift it up and let it fall behind you. Keep pushing that right hip down. Find your twist. Relax in your face muscles. Relax in your body. Breathe as deep as you can. One more inhale. And exhale, bringing that right hand back to the earth. Unravel your upper body. Arms out to the front. Straighten that leg. And rock your hips side to side. From here, we're going to leave our arms where they are. We're going to walk our knees out wide and bend your legs so that your feet are flexed and that you can feel your knees are at the edge of your yoga mat. Actually, bring your hands down, stack them on top of each other and rest your brow. We want to keep our spine nice and straight. So resting our head on our hands. From here, we're going to do windshield wiper, but we're doing it prone. We're laying on our belly. So we might feel a little bit of a different stretch. So dropping your feet now to one side. Then bringing them back up on the inhale. Exhale, dropping them to the other side. See where this feels different. Following one side and then the other. This is rotating in our hips. Very good. A few more times. On the next exhale, straighten everything out again. And you can roll onto your back and take your Shavasana. If there's any other stretch that you feel called to do before we go into our resting pose, go ahead. You may want to do a twist, a supine twist if you feel we haven't done enough through our back, or if there's something else that you've been practicing that you want to work on, go ahead.
eyes, grab your cushions and your blankie and settle in. Finding your comfortable position now, closing down your eyes. I'm going to burn some more Palo Santo so that we can contain all this beautiful energy. Keeping your eyes closed, breathing deep. Keeping yourself warm, bringing in a blanket. Today's meditation is a gratitude meditation. I just feel so grateful that I've been able to spend the last 60 days teaching yoga online. 30 classes in 60 days. I can't believe it. I've grown so much in my practice and in my teaching. And I'm just so grateful for anybody and everybody who witnessed this lesson for me, witnessed my experiences and supported me by watching and commenting and giving me beautiful feedback. So what a better way to close off these 30 classes than a gratitude meditation for our bodies and what they've allowed us to do. So during this meditation, I'll be bringing your awareness to the things in your life that you are thankful for. Just give gratitude the chance to come up naturally now. And start to think of the things that you are most grateful for in your life. When it comes up, just let yourself sink into that feeling and surrender to it. Notice how it feels in your body, how your energy feels, and whereabouts you feel the gratitude. And if it doesn't come up naturally, that's okay. You don't need to try to make yourself feel it. Just surrender to your heart and not to your head. So let's filter through some aspects of your life that you might be grateful for. Firstly, bring your awareness to your breath. As you inhale and as you exhale, feeling grateful for the fact that each of these breaths gives you life. Then being aware of your heart beating, pulsing, filling with love and compassion and peace, and flowing back out. Bring your awareness to your eyes, the eyes that let you see the beautiful colors of Mother Nature, the faces of people that you love, smiles, sunrises and sunsets, the moon and the stars, rainbows and your exquisite reflection. Bringing your awareness now to your ears that beam in sound, music, laughter, the voices of your family,
the perfect silence, and the beautiful sounds of life. Bringing the awareness to our nose, the feature that allows us to smell the ocean breeze, the fresh smell of falling rain, flowers, trees, newly cut grass, and delicious smells floating in from the kitchen. Bringing your awareness now to your lips and your mouth, the place that tastes and savors and nourishes, the place that kisses and speaks, that whispers and laughs and sings. Now bringing the awareness to our hands that hold and touch, the two beautiful extremities of ours that can caress and open and close, applaud, squeeze, and the arms and the shoulders that carry and hug and can lift and stretch. Now our awareness goes to our feet and our toes, the gift of wiggling them, the way that they transport you. We can walk, run, dangle them and dance. We can kick, fold, leap and point. But what about our tears or our sorrows? Bring the awareness in, the strength that we seem to be able to muster, that we can make it through each day. Now bringing our awareness to our abundance, our expansion, our evolution. Your perspective shifts. The affluence and flow and empathy and love and light, and your ability to see growth and potential in every moment. Now just breathe and feel more beauty and ease. Experience the warmth, the love and compassion that gratitude brings into your heart. Drift your awareness to nurturing relationships in your life, the new ones and the older ones. Material things that come to you unexpectedly, things that flow to you with great effort and commitment and hard work. Think of love in your life and your connection to those things that are sweet and loving and honorable and just feel right. When we no longer take life for granted, we become grateful for everything that we have. Just sit in this feeling and breathe and feel it flow. into your body in the here and now. Start to deepen your breath. Wiggle those beautiful toes of yours and wiggle those beautiful fingers. Feeling the energy pulse back through your body. Keeping your eyes closed, bring your palms together into our prayer position. My soul recognizes your soul. I honor the light, the love, truth, the beauty and the kindness within you, because it is also within me. In sharing these things, there is no distance and no difference between us. We are united, we are the same, we are one. Namaste. Thank you so much gratitude to you, to everybody, to my body, to myself. I feel absolutely amazing that I've accomplished 30 days of yoga teaching. I couldn't have done it without all of your support and all of your well wishes and your beautiful energy that you send me during every class. This is not the end. It's just goodbye for now. I'll have some more classes coming again soon, so stay posted, stay checking my Facebook and my Instagram. I will let you know as the classes unfold. I love you all so much. Thank you again for everything that you've done to help me and to help yourself. Namaste.